this is Debbie with the Food Prepping channel, and today I'm going to make a Wineberry Strawberry Crumble. And let me tell you about these berries right here. They look like raspberries, don't they? Well, that's what I thought they were. And we had gone up in the mountains, and I had seen them growing all along the side of the road. So I took a friend of mine up there with me, and she picked these. And then we got back to a country store in Boone's Mill, and we're talking about them. And these are very sweet, and they're not raspberries. They are called wineberries, and you can see they're very little, but they look exactly like a raspberry. Exactly like a raspberry. But they're not. They're called wineberries. So I'm going to use them like raspberries. And I'm going to use some strawberries that I have. I was going to use some peaches, but the peaches are still pretty hard. And I'm not going to use those. So I'm going to use the wineberries and the strawberries. And I'm going to make a berry crumble. So I'm getting everything together now. I just want to tell you about these berries. I had never heard of wineberries before, but sure enough, they grow in the Northeast, and I guess we're Mid-East is what I say. But anyway, I'll bring you back. Okay, I wanted to bring you back. I have got my berries, whatever you want to say, berries. I have gotten 2 cups of strawberries and wineberries in here, and I'm going to mash these down. And I've got my precision induction cooktop set on 425. I'm going to turn it on, and I need to to really mash these, and it makes water, its own water. But I'm going to put in, I have 1 cup of sugar that I'm going to put into a saucepan. 1 cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. I'm going to put that in there. Alright, and now I'm going to continue mashing these. This is strawberries and the wineberries, and I'm going to put these in here. I need to put a little bit of water. About a half a cup. About a half a cup of water in here. And you can see that the strawberries aren't really mashing up too much, but alright. So I'm using, it was 2 cups of berries, and I'm putting water in it, and that's about 2.5 cups in there now. So I'm going to put this in the saucepan with the sugar and the cornstarch, and bring this to a boil. Okay, I wanted to bring you back and show you this. The wineberries and the strawberries are in here, and I'm going to bring them to a boil. And then once they come to a boil, I'll take them off, and then I'll add in the other berries that I have left, which is about 2 more cups, and I'll let this get cool. So when this gets done and it's boiling, I'll bring you back. Okay, these have come up to a boil, and I'm going to go on and put the rest of the berries in here. And these have to cool off. And I'm preheating my oven to 350 degrees right now. So we're going to let this cool off, and then I've got the other things to make the crumble with and the crust, and when I get to that part, I'll bring you back. Okay, I wanted to bring you back and tell you I've got the strawberries and the wineberries in the refrigerator cooling off, and since I have upped this recipe, and it's more berries than than I would normally use, I'm going to use 2 cups of flour, and this is all-purpose flour. I've got 2 cups of oatmeal, not the instant oatmeal, but the other kind. I've got 1 cup of packed brown sugar, about 3/4 teaspoons of baking soda. Soda or powder? Soda. Baking soda. And then I've got 1 stick of margarine that I've cut up into little squares, and I'm going to put these in here. And then I'm going to take my pastry blender, and I'm going to make this into like a crunch. Crumbles. And I've got to get my pan out and spray it. And you can see what I'm going to do with this is, once I get my pan out and spray it, I'm going to use half of this in the bottom of the pan. Then I put the berries on top of that, and then I put the rest on top of the berries. And cook it for about 35 minutes. So I'm going to continue mixing this up, get my pan out, and when I get to that point, I'll bring you back. Okay, I'm back. Now I've got this glass pan that I'm using, and I'm going to spray it real good with vegetable spray. And then I'm going to put half of this in here. And I'm just using my hands. I'm going to put half of this in here and pack it down. Hand me the stuff, please. Alright, and here's the berries. I'm just going to pour them in here on top of this. This looks like it might be too much for this pan, but we'll try it. And then I'm going to pour the rest of this on top. And I'm a messy cook. I really am. I make such a mess when I cook. But just like somebody told me, if you don't make a mess, it's not good. So I'm going to put, I'm scared this is going to run over. So I'm going to put this in a small little cookie sheet. In case it does run over, it won't be in my oven. And I'm going to put this in the oven and probably bake it for 35 to 45 minutes. I'll just have to wait and see what it looks like. But I think it's going to be good. And I'll bring you back when it's ready. Okay, here's the finished dish. And I just want to tell you, I left it in for an hour. And this is, you can hear it. It's pretty hard. So it's definitely going to be a Wineberry Strawberry Crumble. And I've got some on my plate. And I'm letting it cool off. I want to see what it tastes like. Still pretty hot. That is really good. The oatmeal in it has given it a texture. I mean, that is really good. I think I'm going to try this when my peaches get a little bit riper. I'm going to try this with peaches too. But these wine berries and the strawberries mixed together really give it a good taste. It has just the right sweetness to it. It's really good. This will be a good recipe to make peach cobbler, make blackberry, a blueberry, anything. You could use this for anything and make it, and it's really good. And to go back over, I used 4 cups. It was about 4 cups of berries, and 2 cups I squished them out. What else am I going to say? I mashed them down and then made it 2 cups. Put water in it to make it 2 cups of that, and I put that and a cup of sugar and 2 tablespoons of cornstarch in the pan, and got that boiling and let that boil for about 2 minutes, and then I took it off of the precision cooktop and added the rest of the berries in and let them cool off. And then I took another bowl and I used 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of oatmeal, a cup of packed brown sugar, and 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and a stick. I used 1.5 sticks of margarine, cold, cut into pieces, and then used my pastry cutter and mixed all that up. Used half of the mixture in the bottom of the pan. Let's see if you can see it's half of the mixture's down in the bottom as if it was a crust, and then I put the berries in, and then the other half I put on top, put it in the oven on 350 and baked it for about an hour, and it really is good. It's really good. So if you like this recipe, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and you have a good day. Bye.